Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do the Spirit Guide Monthly live every last Friday of the month. I hope you're able to join me. I also do astrological readings in love and relationships and in money and career. Don't forget to look for that in your sign. But I also do this, I do pick a card readings. Recently I've been asked to do more twin flame readings. I've been guided to them with an eye towards what do we need to heal to bring about union. So this is what are their thoughts and feelings about this connection, and then hopefully again we'll get some information about what you need to heal to bring about union. Because in a twin flame situation where you're in separation, the only way to bring about union is to heal. So we have 4 piles in a pick a card presentation. Let's find out where they are with this connection, what their thoughts and feelings are. Take a moment, pause, see which one calls out to you. That will be the reading you're most meant to receive. I will see you at the time of your reading. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading. We're going to put that little number there so that anybody joining us a little bit later might be able to see it. Here we go. What are their thoughts and feelings about this connection? Hey, we have the Tower of the Night Sun bringing us a predictive spread. We're going to take 8 cards, 8 being the number of infinity. Most twin flame connections are past life relationships, and we encounter each other again and again until such time as everyone resolves their issues and you can bring about union. A twin flame is someone who is essentially made from the same energy as you. They are a part of you. They help highlight you, what you're working on, what you need to evolve in. You bring out the best and the worst in each other, and it's a connection like no other, and it's very, very profound. So let's get going here. I have the Infinity Oracle, I have the Hidden Truth, and we're going to be what's at play in this union, what are their thoughts and feelings about in this union. And then we'll check the tarot. And before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. If you hit that thumbs up button, that's helpful for my channel as well. And if you hit the post bell notification, you'll know every time I post a video. Push and pull energy. That's a lot of back and forth. Like sometimes they can't decide exactly where they are with this. Healing old wounds, always present within twin flame connections. It's almost always a form of karmic relationship, again, where we encounter each other lifetime after lifetime. They could be carrying forward or old karmic wounds, or they could be dealing with formative damage. Push and pull energy, healing of old wounds. I feel like they make some progress and then they stumble backwards, like they don't forget about you. Destined. Well, that's a nice one. I trusted you. Remember, twin flame, it can go either way. I feel so happy with you. I want you back. Well, that's auspicious. All right, so this is a destined relationship. It is showing up as a true twin flame connection. They have a form of emotional trust with you that they never have had with anyone before. I feel like they don't know what to do with that. They probably have some intimacy issues. Most people do from their healing of old wounds, that's formative wounds. Intimacy issues come about when we kind of don't bond properly with our caretakers when we're young. And it gives us a fear of being completely loved. And so that push and pull energy, healing of old wounds, destined, it's like they discover a part of themselves that they only half believe in. When they're with you, they feel like somebody they wish they could be. We have addict. Now, this is very, very common in twin flame situations because codependency is a bit of a plague in relationships, but it can be healed. And when you're in a codependent relationship, you can continue to have a relationship with somebody you have a codependent dynamic with. You quite simply have to heal the codependency. So it's not a death sentence and it's not an insult. It has to do with formative trauma. And so if someone has ever told you you're codependent, that is not saying you have a character flaw. It's saying, look for the wound that caused that. Because you're likely a very, very awesome person with all this love to give. Heal the trauma that caused the need for codependency, and you will be the most powerful and vibrant version of yourself. Light attribute is help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Remember, most addiction is a trauma response. We judge it like it is something, a weakness, but it's not. It's usually incredibly strong people who have been through too much and they're seeking a way away from their pain. Most people in codependent relationships have not gone towards substances, they've gone towards people to try and kind of put balm on the wound within. The shadow attribute is compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over you or your inner spirit. Hey, that push and pull energy and healing old wounds, I really do think that this person might be in recovery as well from a substance as well. Particularly drinking is very, very common in our society because we don't necessarily recognize it as a problem until it's way out of control. We have femme fatale, which is light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes is inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and to power. Now, in the past, you might have sought relationships for security. It's so common. I've done it myself. Please don't. Remember, whenever I bring up something you need to heal, that's not an accusation. If we can confront what we need to heal, we can become the very best versions of ourselves. And that is saying that you have this kind of melt your face off kind of chemistry with this person, but that it may not be based in the healthiest form of connection at this particular time. Their thoughts and feelings are, though, that they want you back. They have trust in you. I don't know if they trust themselves all the time. They do need to heal. Everybody involved needs to heal. That is the easiest way to end separation, is don't keep checking on them. What are they doing? Don't constantly, wait, where's that text message? Where are they coming? Do your work. If you do your work, remember, you're energetically connected. That will also have an impact on them. Lean in on healing your own stuff, and you will actually be helping them as well. Let's get going here. What are the thoughts and feelings of the person in this twin flame situation? Now, could it be just a soulmate union that's in separation? It could be, but it's more likely to be a twin flame situation. All right, I have look at that, the Hermit in reverse. They are trying to heal. That's the Virgo card, but it's again, the Hermit in upright is soul searching. It's looking within, trying to find the answers for what will make us happier. I have the Lovers in reverse, which is choices. This person has struggled with their choices. Oh my goodness. The Hanged Man that is needing to take a new perspective on things. Sometimes it's being held in stasis. That is likely what's going on with your union. If you cannot bring it about, you cannot bring it about, but you still feel it like that person is in your head 24/7, but they're not coming any closer, and you're like, I keep getting these readings. I watch these pick a cards, and they say they're coming back, he's coming back, she's coming back, they are coming back. But it doesn't happen. It's because you're being held in stasis until such time as you accomplish your healing. Three of Swords in the upright could also have to do with COVID. This is a need to heal. It's heartbreak. It can be despair. It can be loss. It's a difficult card, but it's not a terrible card. Remember, we can lean in on healing, and it does feel terrible. I wish people would talk about that more. Healing journeys start by, it sucks. It hurts. You cry all the time. You think you're dying. You can't imagine feeling worse. How can this be making me better? It's because most healing occurs when we kind of damp down old wounds, old trauma. And we try and pretend it's not there. And it will always rise up. That's why we get the until you repair it, you will repeat it message so frequently. I have the, oh look at that, Four Wands in reverse. There we go. I have the Devil in the upright. Yep, somebody's struggling with an addiction and their choices around it. I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. You may be needing to heal your anger and frustration. Like a lot of people, here's the thing, that twin flame connection is so profound. It's just so profound. And it does make us very reactionary. It will kind of dig up your old stuff. It gives you an opportunity to kind of find it, heal it, release it, and evolve. And then I have the King of Wands in reverse as well. I'm going to take one more on that because that is Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I'm so glad I did that. Three of Cups in the upright. That's reunion. All right, y'all. This actually looks flippin' awesome, but there are issues. Their thoughts and feelings are they want to be the person that can be with you. They stumble and fall. They hide from their emotions kind of a lot. They, at different points, I think, have tried to release the union. Like they They think you're kind of awesome. That femme fatale energy, now remember, it's not gender specific. It just means that they find you one sexy beast. And they think that there are so many options that you have. They want you back, but they don't know if they're good enough for you yet. Here's the thing. This union is showing up as destined. Now, does it mean destined within this lifetime? Okay, so here's the not awesome part. Not always, but the Three of Cups, which I'm glad I took the extra card. That says there will be reunion. That says that there will be celebrations around that. That says that when everybody involved is doing their work, it will be accomplished and you will find each other again. They dream about you. They're very frustrated with their own progress. These are cards of frustration. They are struggling so much. I think they have had a lifelong habit, and I do mean lifelong, like since early adolescence, of self-medicating their feelings. They might struggle with their own balance issues as well. Clock needs time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress. Hey guys. Girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used, enable boundaries. Okay, enabling, not enable boundaries. Enable and boundaries. They may have been involved in codependent relationships in the past. Now, one of the problems with twin flame connections is sometimes they mask codependency. Now, again, it doesn't mean you're not going to be together. You just have to heal whatever's causing the codependency. Codependency will turn almost any situation toxic, and that's why it's so important to heal. What usually happens in twin flame situations is it's two empaths who are attracted to each other. I have heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. I'm going to go into their feelings a little bit here. Outdated thinking, cassette, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. All right, group number one. They want this to work, but they know that until such time as they're healed, they can't commit to you because they can't even commit to themselves. But their goal is to be with you. They watch kind of carefully sometimes. Like they keep thinking you're just going to find somebody else because they just addict and femme fatale. And that sensuality thing, it's like I said, in the past you might have really tried to secure a relationship because it makes you feel safe in this world. And that can mean financially, it can. And don't judge yourself for that. Remember, it's a scary world. A lot of people who are, again, have old trauma, childhood wounds, they don't have a family structure they can rely on. So they put a little bit too much weight on their relationships, their romantic relationships, sometimes their friendships. But they have such admiration for you. I feel so happy with you. It's like you make them the best version of themselves. Intuition, perseverance. I never find these paragraphs to have any validity, so I've stopped reading them. Intuition, perseverance, sunshine, that's a healing energy, planning, signs. So group number one. They don't talk to you because they don't want to hold you back. But their goal is still to be with you. They're trying to heal. When they think about you, they're so torn. They're so torn because on the one hand, they're like, oh boy, I hope they find somebody because they think you're freaking awesome. But on the other hand, they also don't want you to disappear from their life. But they need more time. Here's the thing. I think they're the empath as well. I think this is two empaths who've been likely involved with narcissists in the past. I don't know if they've kind of confronted that, but I think they have. I think you were likely both with other people when you met. I don't know that this has been a real relationship yet in the physical sense. I can't tell if it's launched yet. It may have. But with this Queen of Wands in reverse and this King of Wands in reverse, this person is 100% your twin flame because I'm going to flip these upright because that's the goal eventually. But this particular deck even depicts the flame. Now, the wands are about flames. This is your divine masculine or divine feminine energy. This person is very, I kind of want to say they're very hopeful because I think for a while they weren't. I think that with COVID, because this is one of the cards for COVID, that they were trying to release this connection, that they fell backwards into old patterns around substance abuse to try and mask their feelings. Here's the thing, like they just, when they think about what gets them back on track sometimes is thinking about what could come with your life. Meaning, like, they keep checking, and I don't think you've found anybody else. I don't think you've tried. If you have, it's been very half-hearted. I think you even questioned whether or not this was a healthy connection at different points. I really do. Trying to take a different perspective. I think you've been examining your motives, your feelings, making sure that you're coming from a healthy place. And they have, initially they assumed that it was based in something, some kind of need-based thing. But it's been a little while now that they understand that it's like, oh no, this is legitimate. This is not like some psychological dysfunction. This person's very bright, by the way. Push and pull energy, healing old wounds, and destined. They just rock bottom, wide open. They think you have so many options. Hey, listen, because they know you, they have started to confront a lot of things. They trust you. It's not that I trusted you in the past tense. Like, whatever it is that you pointed out to them. Because you're a fiery person. Like, you don't just, like, you're not meek and mild. It's gotten you through life. You have an animating force, like, whoa. We have magic stream, which is all things are interconnected, rescue. My feeling on this person is very much, they know you have so many options. They don't contact you because they know they have so much to heal. If they were involved with somebody when you met them, or you were involved with somebody, that's all over. Because this is a very breakup sort of energy, and I do have union. Perseverance, planning, and sunshine. They think about the moment where they'll be able to talk to you about all of this. But they know that it's not fair to you. I think they're genuinely in just plain old-fashioned recovery. Devil card as well. I think this person has been trying to be in a form of addiction recovery. Now that can take different shapes and forms for people. I swear, I think I was addicted to lip balm at one point in my life. I'm not trying to make a joke about that. I'm genuinely not. I'm just saying that there is something that they have a compulsive need to seek out to dull their pain. They've been working very, very hard on it. And they have gone back and forth. That push and pull energy, they really have. They've thought, is there really a chance here? And they think with this femme fatale, they honest to goodness, they feel like you just have, you're only as single as you want to be. And I think you're still single, by the way. I think this has like been going on for a little bit. I don't think you like tried to move on to somebody else to help yourself forget somebody. I think you just kind of are like, yeah, no, I'm a devoted person when I'm with a person. And the longer that's gone on, the more they understand that there's something valid and true there. At first, they didn't believe it. I think they thought with this femme fatale energy and something about you, it might be your relationship history, they really thought maybe you were just like looking for your next, I don't want to say meal ticket because it's not like that, but like you're afraid to face the world alone, or you were. And that's not, again, it's not an accusation. It's just, it gets overwhelming. Particularly in a society that keeps talking about how family is everything, family is everything. Please hear me on this. I read tarot all day long. Other people's family structures are not what you think they are. Hardly anybody actually really has the family structure that is super supportive. If you're on your own, know that you always have you, that you can always have friendships. You bond well with people because you're very, very caretaking. Attachment, make sure that you're doing your healing work. Learning how to become whole within, learning how to have good boundaries. You may not have in the past, particularly when it comes to this. Remember, somebody sexually wanting you is not a measure of your worth. It really isn't. You have innate and unchallenged worth. You are absolutely enough just as you are. We all have areas we're meant to improve. But everything about you is purposeful and to help teach you lessons about your soul to help you evolve. This is absolutely Attachment, this is the Archangel Uriel, which is the connection to the divine. Storm warning. Indecision, their choices are, they have hard time with this. Appreciation, door to value. That's a very secure energy. Caring connections. Okay, so hey, group number 1. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Where they are is they're trying so hard to recover. They don't talk to you at all because they know how much they've stumbled. They didn't believe at first that you were really into them. It's not that they thought you were lying. It's just that I think they knew you were codependent. I don't think they knew how codependent they are, but they've come to accept that that's the case. I think they were involved in an incredibly toxic relationship of their own that they have since released. But they're spending their alone time trying to get to know themselves, trying to level up, trying to be the person. And it's not for you, it's for them. And that's how it should be. We cannot heal for another person. We can only really truly heal for ourselves. And when I started talking earlier about how healing does not feel good at first, like you cry, you process all these emotions, you're like, oh God, is this ever gonna end? It ends. Just keep telling yourself it will get better. It will get better. This is not always. If I get through this, I will never have to go through this again. And you can get through it, and you will get through it. And it's been watching you stay by yourself that makes them understand that it was real. Because they really thought when they turned you down, because that's what I think happened, when they turned you down and left you, they really thought you would just find somebody else because they thought you were enacting a pattern rather than really being in love with them. You weren't. They've had to confront a lot of things. They've had to confront a lot of things. They won't come anywhere near you until they know that they're worthy, because they're very attuned. We have commitment, marriage, lasting love and happiness. We have moving on and escape, escapism, dominating relationship, sudden change, sudden progress and change. Okay. I have this weird feeling that you were both with people, but like it was a dead relationship. When you first got together, like you were still both with people. And unfortunately, you are suffering from codependency. It, again, is not an insult. And you can heal it and be the version of yourself you like the most all the time. But this person initially assigned everything that you were feeling to the fact that they thought you were codependent. They've since understood watching you not be with anybody else, because they know somehow. They know somehow. I don't know why it is that they're able to, but they know you're this person. Now again, not gender specific. They thought you were codependent. I think recently they've come around to the idea that everything is destined. I feel so happy with you. I want you back. I trusted you. I feel so happy with you. I want you back. They have not withdrawn their trust, but they have a lot to heal. So group number 1. What are their thoughts and feelings? They are doing their work. They're doing it for the right reasons, though, which is knowing that they need to heal themselves, which is awesome. It genuinely is awesome, because that means that they are trying to become the best versions of themselves, but they do believe that you are destined to be together, is what this particular reading is saying. All right, so that was your reading, group number 1, one auspicious one. Take care, be well, do your healing, believe in you, believe in connection, believe in love. It is real. Twin flames are real. They're challenging, but they're real. Some of them resolve with like, hey, we're not going to be able to heal our stuff within this lifetime, but that person's trying to heal. And I think so are you. And I think that there is a very good chance that you are destined to be together within this lifetime. Take care, be well. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 2, then this is your reading. As I said in the intro, recently I've been guided to do more twin flame readings with an eye towards helping people to heal, to bring about union. So let's find out what your person, what your suspected twin flame thinks and feels about this connection. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you hit the thumbs up button if you like the reading, that helps my channel as well. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Temptation. Ooh. Inner child healing. There's going to be a lot of healing for this one, I think. What is their temptation? Patience. Oh, okay. All right. So there's some reactionary people in this who are healing old trauma brought about by childhood wounds. One of the things that you need to learn and need to heal is patience. They may as well. Let's find out. I know you don't feel the same. I am in a committed relationship. I need security. They're in a committed relationship. Let's keep going. Let's find out what's going on here. I'm in a committed relationship. I know you don't feel the same. I need security. I need security. I'm in a committed relationship. I know you don't feel the same. Oh. Temptation, inner child, healing, patience. They think, okay. You might be the person in a committed relationship. You might be the person in a committed relationship. That temptation, I don't know if they are as well. Here we go. Let's go. Father. Ooh, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So these cards are about what's at play. These are going to be about thoughts and feelings. I need security. I know you don't feel the same. Shadow attributes, dictatorial control, abuse of authority. And then I have alchemist, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. We're going to have to keep going with this. I'm not sure who's married or who's in a committed relationship. I'm not sure if it's both parties. Somebody is. Somebody is or was. We're going to check on this. They know they need to heal and that you need to heal. Temptation, it's like they think you're luring them away from something. They're frightened. I think this is the runner. Let's go. One. It's almost all, it's people checking on twin flame connections are almost always in the chasing dynamic, and the runner is almost always the person that they're checking on. Now here's something interesting. Since twin flame dynamics have so many roots within formative damage, inner child damage, you can go back and forth. Like you can have been the runner at different points in your life and now are the chaser. What you try to do is find balance within so that you can have a secure attachment style. This person, though, let's get going. What are their thoughts and feelings on this? This is the in-between tarot. 1 and 2 and 3. All right. Well, that was a lot. Okay, here we go. I have the moon in reverse, clarity and truth. King of Wands in the upright. 3 of Swords in the upright. That's a heartbreak, despair. Sometimes it's a divorce card. It's a need to heal as well. I have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Well, that's a returning energy. I have the Death card in the upright. That's the Scorpio energy. That's a lot of water sign energy there. Because the moon in reverse is the Pisces card. The Death card, of course, is the Scorpio. And as depicted here, it's a phoenix from the ashes type of energy. That's a returning energy as well. Let's go. 1 and 2. Like I kind of want to say they have the hots for you, you know? Meaning that they cannot resist you. Page of Swords in reverse. King of Pentacles in the upright. 7 of Swords in the upright. Yep, somebody's married. They're married or they're in a committed relationship with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is a tough one, man. Boy, they have all the passion in the world for you. They have all the passion in the world for you. Like they try to find out more about you. Like they listen to everybody. Like if you have friends in common, they want news of you. They want to hear about you. you gave them, like, there's such fire around this. The sexual connection that they had with you or have with you is off the charts. I need security in the Seven of Swords. This person, like, they're in a relationship for a security reason. It's monetary. Like, they fear financial loss too much at this particular time. We have abundance. This is about money. Keeps a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. What's holding them back here? What's holding them back here? Okay, so here's the thing. The feelings are there, 100%. They're not positive what your motives are. Like, they know that this is scorching chemistry. They know that, like, you guys have been together. Like, this is launched because that chemistry energy, the alchemist energy, the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. I have both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. And then I have the snake, competition, enemy, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. All right, so this is a rough one, and I'm so sorry. There is no outcome at the present time, simply because this person is likely involved with a narcissist. They fear a financial loss of security so much, and it is the thing that's motivating them. But when it comes to you, like, you're in their head. You're just so in their head. They have a partner. They likely have small children as well. Maybe not small, but, like, that's a factor in this, is that they are, but when they think about you, my gosh, it's like a fire inside of their mind. They are so drawn to you, but they're so afraid of what would happen on the other side of releasing the relationship they have that is like their only real security in this world. They can't leave you alone, though. I don't think you guys are fully in separation. I think you hook up sometimes. I think they are telling you, I do. Here's what I have. I think this is a third-party situation. I think you still meet sometimes. I don't think it's constant, but it's like, if it goes to be more than like 3-4 months, like, you have to be with each other. Like, it consumes your thoughts. There is a compulsive energy around, like, they just can't let you go in their mind. Their thoughts and feelings are, though, they're so worried about, like, what it looks like divorce with that Three of Swords would do to their security in this world. They don't know how to do this. Everything is still up in the air when you've got that Two of Pentacles in reverse like that. They're juggling things. I think at present this is, I don't like their partner very much because I think that's where the golden mirror is coming in. Seven of Swords are very manipulative. There's healing to be done here. This is a true twin flame connection with all of its challenges. Their thoughts and feelings are they don't know how to do it. They don't know how, they know they cannot let you go, but they know that they cannot let go of the relationship that they currently have. And it's because, I think it's because they have kids. I just think it's because they have kids. I think they do, this is going to be a hard one to hear. Sometimes they don't always tell you the truth because they don't want to have the argument. Solitude and meditation. New opportunities. Decision making. They've been waiting for a better job. Dominating relationship. Lasting love and happiness. This is a tough one, group number 2. They don't want to hold you back, but they don't want to let you go. They know that there's, like, they're in what appears to be kind of a dead relationship that they have to maintain because of financial reasons. When they say, I know you don't feel the same, they think that They think you're losing your feelings for them. That's what they think. They think that you're, if not ready to move on, like this is hard because there's a possessive energy in this, but also this energy of like they keep coming back, they just keep coming back. In the long run, what's going to happen here? Well, they have to heal whatever is going on that makes them value security over love. That's a lack of ability to trust your own, essentially, ability to make everything happen that you need to have happen. They're in a relationship for the wrong reasons. Okay, I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and leave that ring inside here because sometimes it's accentuating things. Here's the thing. They're in a relationship for security reasons. They're in a relationship because they don't know how to leave it. I don't think they were ever really properly in love with this person. Honest to goodness, I think they're very confused sometimes about the nature of their feelings for you because they've been very overwhelmed by it. I think this is a person who, and I am getting a male energy from them. I am getting a male energy. Now that doesn't mean gender, but it means that they're dominated by their masculine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. I think that they got married or became committed to somebody and rapidly had children. And now they have no way out of this particular, relationship. There's a financial element here that it's all in their head is the thing. Sincerely, it's all in their head. They're clinging to something because they're afraid as well. Have some patience with this and try to do your work. Try to do the healing that you need to do. Their thoughts and feelings on this, like they're in love with you. They're in love with you. It's funny. It's almost like they think that you're not in love with them. I think it's because they've never really felt loved by anybody. This Three of Swords energy. They've never, in the dominating relationship, it's interesting to me because I do think this is a third party situation. And I do think that this is kind of like, you guys likely meet up, like, you know, there's some planning that has to go into it when you do meet up. They really are struggling. They think about you. It's like they have dreams about you as well. When they try to envision a future with you, but they're very fear-ruled. They're currently very fear-ruled about what the future would contain. They're also afraid, I think, of... But they keep coming back. Every time they try and leave, they keep coming back. Their thoughts and feelings are they don't know how to do this. They might have come from a background in which there was a lot of financial deprivation because they're overvaluing the idea of financial security. And then, here's the thing. I think their partner found out something. I do think their partner found out something. I don't know if they were like, you know, looking at their phone or what it is. But if it's been crickets for a little while, I don't get the sense that it's total silence though. Like there's this always coming back to you, this kind of sneaking around to find a way to be together. The spark, the chemistry's insane. One ring circus, strength. I don't read these in reverse. One more, please. Cleaning house. They know they need to make a decision, but every time they try to, they get locked in their own head about fear. They have regret. I don't think they think it's a missed opportunity, and I don't think you're done here. I think that there is, the best thing you can do is this inner healing, inner child healing and patience. the temptation thing, they keep trying to put it down to like it's a physical connection because they get scared of their own feelings. I think they worry they're not good enough for you too. And I really think children are playing a factor here because there's something that's keeping them in an energy that doesn't quite work for them. But it's like they get overwhelmed almost. Page of Swords in reverse. King of Wands in the upright. They get overwhelmed by like this, I kind of want to say, just this insane, like the feeling of always being connected to you. The feeling of like when you're together, it's like time functions differently. I know that sounds weird, but it's like it goes very quickly, but it also feels like forever. Like it's like being almost in a different energetic space. What are the thoughts and feelings, and what do we need to heal here? Your best bet is to simply look for your own stuff. We all have it. We all have it. I'll draw some cards on that too. Have some patience. Do your own healing work. That is, this person's not getting over you. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Listen, I don't think that's what it is. Free yourself. It's time back to take back control of your life. Pile number 2. Listen, this person's not letting go, but they're also not finding a way forward right now. They will come back to you over and over again because this is like nothing they've ever experienced. It's just like nothing they've ever experienced. But that golden mirror, the snake energy, I don't think it's you. I think it's them. They're in a relationship with someone who's likely a narcissist. They have some fears attendant to their own background. They have trouble with intimacy. They're definitely in the runner category. Keep living your life. I always tell people never sit on a shelf and wait for anybody. Don't wait for this person. If anything, that might add a little incentive to their life. We have happy family. Dude, Gabriel, first chakra, Archangel Gabriel, contract. Rest and rejuvenation. And then who just fell out on my lap here? Hostilities. All tied up. There's a block right now. They cannot find a path forward, but they cannot let go. The amount of love that it smolders for them. They have this committed relationship problem. And listen, it can happen. People can be in relationships for security-related reasons. That's what appears to be the case here. That it is not that they're wildly in love with their partner. They do appear to have children. The person that they're married to found out something at some point, though. I don't think there's been a confrontation, but that hostilities card, like that's something that they've faced. Like they've been accused. And because there's validity to like the person's you have the dominating relationship energy as well. The person's very controlling. They're with a very controlling person, but they can't see their path forward. And I have to be honest, do your healing work because I don't think they are. Remember, you're energetically connected, which means that when you do your healing work, they will be feeling that energy as well. We have voice. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen. This is, you need to develop your own confidence as well. Distorted perceptions. Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it to be. And then I have emptied. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. This is a very important card. Because here's the thing with twin flames, and nobody likes it when I say this because they don't understand what I mean, I think. The only way to bring about union is to let go. And that does not mean walking away. Letting go is not the same thing as walking away. Letting go is, okay, listen, if you're not going to bring it, if you're not going to be the person that you need to be to secure my love, I only let the worthy in. Let go. And they feel it. And it spurs them to act because it's the last thing that they want to have happen. It is one of the few ways that somebody who's really not doing their healing work and really not doing their healing work and really not doing their healing work, one of the few ways to spur them towards doing that healing work is for you to be like, you know what? I deserve somebody's full attention. I deserve to know that I'm important to somebody. I deserve more than this. It is the only true way to bring about union is for you to be like, okay, that's fine. Hey, listen, if you're not going to prioritize me, I'm going to prioritize me. They're energetically connected to you. It causes their own energy to become healthier, to guide them towards healing. It is your best bet in this particular instance because this person is stalled. They cannot let go, but they cannot come towards you because they're fear ruled. The best thing that you can do is do all of your own inner child healing. You need your own confidence. Your view of self, your view of relationships was likely, like, I think you grew up around toxic relationships. Most of us did. Most of us have healing work to do. World, be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. And then lion, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Listen, group number 2, hear me, don't freak out. The way to bring about union here is for you to lean in on your own work. To say, you know what? I really, really do need somebody who values me at the level that I value them. And if this person cannot let go of a toxic relationship, I don't deserve to be trapped like this. I deserve real love. I deserve reciprocity. I deserve. Only allow the worthy to enter. And when you start kind of acting that way, so the next time they reach out to you to try and because they love to, you guys sneak away together sometimes is what I've got. And it's amazing. It is just this King of Wands passion. And then they always go back home. But the thing is, they can never get you out of their mind. And they're valuing security over everything. Twists and turns. I never find these paragraphs to have any validity, and I've stopped reading them because of it. Communication, love, and then I have assert yourself. Yep. Planning. Group number 2, please listen to me. This can drag on for a very long time because this person is being real rude by fear of security in how they view this connection. The way to kind of clear your energy, take back control of your life, free yourself from, you can get caught in a holding pattern here. You can just get caught in a holding pattern. Here's the thing. The feelings they have for you are entirely real. But I know you don't feel the same. I'm in a committed relationship. I need security. Get them to this point is what my advice is from this reading, where they're starting to wonder if they could lose you. They don't want to lose you. That security issue, they will feel the energy of you trying to heal your stuff, and they will heal their own stuff as well. Group number 2, that was an interesting one. You're on their mind, but they're so concerned about, and it's not about what other people think, which is refreshing, but they're so concerned about what will happen to the home, the family, the kids, the dogs. They're putting all of their weight on that, not realizing that people who grow up around unhealthy relationships then tend to have them, and so they're not really doing their kids any favor. And there is a narcissist empath paradigm at play in that relationship, but they're wedded to the idea that they need to stay there for that. They think they don't have faith in love because they've never really experienced it. Do your work. Let them know, okay, let them know that you will not be hanging out waiting for them forever. It really will help them go towards their own healing. That's my advice from this, but they're a little bit in a holding pattern. They cannot forget you, but they cannot move towards you because fear holds them back. That lion energy that we saw, be open to new possibilities, and kind of, as soon as they see that, hey, they are fear motivated. The fear of losing you might motivate them towards healing. And then when people start healing, they heal the fear issues, they heal the security issues, they simply heal. Charge ahead magnificently. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Show them what it is to be strong. Show them that you're not fear-ruled. Okay, listen, my love is a special gift. If you're not going to treat it as the valuable commodity that it is, I will treat it as the value commodity as it is, and I will do my healing work, and I will be open to new possibilities of somebody who can give me the whole 10 of cups. All right, so group number 2, and that does not end anything, by the way. It just spurs them towards action because they're circling and circling and circling. They're not moving right now. They ping pong back and forth, and it is because they haven't experienced real love, and they do think this will burn out. They don't understand that at the core of this, it's not just that heat and that passion. There's real love there, but they don't trust real love because they've never known it before. Group number 2, that was your reading. I hope it was helpful. Take care, be well. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. We've got some oracle cards. We're going to have the Tarot of the Night Sun bringing us a predictive spread as well. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, hit the thumbs up button. If you hit the post bell notification, you'll know every time I post a video. Listen to your intuition. I'm so sorry. As soon as I flip, the reason I start saying that before is because as soon as I flip a card, like I'm into the reading. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. We have listen to your intuition, hidden emotions. What is this person thinking and feeling? We're going to find out what they're thinking and feeling about this connection. We're going to look for what you need to heal to bring about union as well. I've been guided to do more twin flame connection readings specifically for that, because the way to bring about union is to heal. That's the way it happens. And so we're going to figure out what we need to do that. Listen to your intuition, hidden emotions, self-worth. If they're dealing with trauma, I miss hearing your voice. You let me down. I daydream about a life with you. I miss being with you. Remember, in these twin flame connections, it can go either way, so I'm not sure if it's you missing them, but we have 2. What are they feeling? They miss you. I miss hearing your voice. I miss being with you. I daydream about a life with you. You let me down. Listen to your intuition, hidden emotions, and self-worth. I need to get the tarot cards down on this. They're still so in this. They're still so in this, but I don't know if they're seeing a path forward. These are the issues at play, the things that give us a glimpse into what needs to be healed. I have seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. The shadow attribute is inability to commit to a path once found. I get that. This person like dithers. They can't figure out what to do. They get in their head. That I daydream about a life with you, they stay in their head too much. Mother, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. The shadow attribute is smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Listen, this person has their own childhood stuff, and they may have had a very controlling mother. They have some repressed stuff to heal. I don't mind this energy too terribly much. But it's almost like they stay in their head too much and they don't act in the 3D. Like they know this is special. They know that they miss everything about you. Listen to your intuition, self-worth. It's like they don't really believe they're lovable enough for you to truly have feelings about them. Ooh, just jumped. I have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Now the Wheel of Fortune, like that's fate. The Wheel of Fortune is fate turning. You were the last thing that they expected. You were just the last thing they expected. They're very, like they escape from the world a lot. I have the Three of Pentacles in the upright. Collaborative efforts. It's working on things as well. I have the Page of Wands in the upright. I'm not even sure this has been a real relationship yet. And like real relationship, I mean like you've been involved, you know, had times together. Two of Wands in reverse. This committing to a plan and taking action on it. They have the hardest time in the world doing that with Judgment in reverse. Okay. I have the Four Cups in reverse. Okay. Underlying issues, sometimes a missed opportunity. I have the Moon in the upright. God, they're so confused. This person is very, very confused. Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's like they think they, okay. And then I have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright as well. This is a tough one. This person has to try and overcome so much anxiety. They spend a lot of time inside of their head daydreaming. Their hidden emotions, like they don't like to let anybody see how they feel because it's been used against them, likely since birth. I have a weird energy around this. I don't think, this is the underlying issues. I think that they had a mother who just was flat out abusive, quite frankly. Are they doing their work? They have regrets. This is a card of regret. I think they want to. Like, I get this sense that this person really, really, like, they want to be who they feel like when they're with you. But, like, they just have self-esteem issues. The Judgment card in reverse as well, with the Three of Pentacles in the upright. Listen, they're very real world, like, focused on, like, what they've achieved, what they're meant to achieve. Wheel of Fortune, Three of Pentacles, with the Page of Wands, and then I have the Two of Wands in reverse. They try to distract themselves from this a lot. They have they have self-worth issues. They have self-esteem issues. They don't value themselves. They don't know how to talk about their feelings. What they're feeling about this connection is like they want to find a way back in. They're like looking for solutions with this energy. This is a lesson of mastering a situation, of learning lessons. I have photograph, looking at your photographs, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Everything about this says this person just like they long to be able to talk to you again. But Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Karmic relationship. Find it fleeting triggers, feeling triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Group number 3, this one's hard because this person does not, it's like they don't know how to make the emotional connection in their mind to be able to do their own work. They daydream and they plan, but they do that in everything area of their life. Like they're somebody who, they talk about doing something and talk about doing something and talk about doing something, but they lack the confidence really. And the world doesn't see them that way necessarily, but that's how they see themselves. And the "you let me down," listen, I think that's your energy towards them. Like, I think you offered them absolutely everything, and they fled. They just had this, they withdrew. Beginning of a new karmic cycle here, things happening in the background. This is being brought in from the cold, though. It's like they try to find a way to have a future with you, but they haven't done their work. Take a stand. Significant love relationship, soulmate, reassessment, materialism. This is bugging me because it really is like they don't think that love is supposed to be their guiding star, you know? Like they're very, I think they grew up in a household with a lot of toxicity, like a lot of toxicity. And they just have not put a ton of weight on the idea of, you know, marriage and love and, you know, and not all love relationships need to end with marriage or move towards marriage, but like serious commitment. Take a stand, significant relationship. Man, this person, they waffle. They have a hard time, but they make these plans in their head. And then the "you let me down" energy, it's like every time They think they're going to commit to something. The only thing I don't like about this is like this listen to your intuition and hidden emotions. Like if they've made a plan and anything gets in the way of it, they're like, it's a sign, it's a sign. They don't understand they're coming from a place of fear. Here's what you can do to help with the situation, because here's the thing about twin flame in separation energies. The only way to bring about union is for everybody involved to heal, to do their work. Often that's letting go because, like, being overly attached to an outcome is something that we all need to heal. But letting go does not mean abandoning all hope or saying, oh, we'll never be together. It's letting go of your attachment to the outcome you are asking for in the time frame that you're asking for. Let go and the person feels it. And they only know how to act when they are frightened. Because it's weird. They're very, very fear-ruled. But with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, the only thing that makes them take action is when it's like the worst comes to be. Like, I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's like, yeah, no, I totally get that. Sometimes people have their anxieties relieved when, oh, okay, look, yeah, no, the thing that I thought was going to happen did happen. Oh, turns out I'm okay. I can still function. It's the worry and the fear and the creating these scenarios in their minds that holds them back. And they get caught, man. They can't find a way to move forward around their thoughts. They keep everything in the planning stage. Your best bet with this take a stand, significant relationship, soulmate, reassessment, and materialism is the take a stand is know your own worth. Know that you are worth somebody's real attention, somebody reaching out, somebody supporting you. Everything that you give to another person, you're worthy of receiving. And the way to really get that into your brain and to have that be part of you is to give yourself all the love and support that you try to give to your partners. Talk to yourself appropriately. Tell yourself that you're loving and kind and a gift to anybody. Make sure that you do your own work. You're connected to them. When you do your work, they do their work. It will help them learn. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Release your ex, and then chemistry, reconciliation. I'm glad I kept going with that. All right. Release to receive is not just about releasing an attachment to outcomes. It's almost like it's like magnets that push each other apart until they're turned into the proper alignment, and then they're pulled together. And the separation thing where I don't even know how to say this, it's like you're too patient with how long they're taking. Like the only thing that spurs them to act is that like the clock has run out on things. I'm not saying move on. What I'm saying is like stop, take a stand. Tell them it's you or you're going to find another human. And if you're not in contact right now, then start telling yourself like, you know what? This person is not going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, pay the attention to me that I deserve to have. If they are not truly the worthy, then what am I doing, man? Maybe I should keep moving on. They will feel that. But here's the thing with twin flames, nothing else feels like it. And so you can simply say, this person isn't doing their work and they're not catching up to me, they're not leveling up. Too fear-ruled to move forward, too fear-ruled to let go. You're the person who's going to need to make the determining action. Take a stand, significant love relationship. You deserve a significant love relationship, soulmate reassessment, and materialism. Now, here's what has held them back, is they just kind of like, they don't know how to make this work in a practical sense. And this person has a fear of judgment. With this judgment card in reverse, they fear other people's judgment. And they might not seem that way, but they are a very, very, very fear-ruled person. The way they see themselves is it stands on very tenuous ground. Surprise, sunshine, manifestation, personal riches, and then travel. Reinvent yourself. All right, so now I never find these paragraphs have any meaning, so I've actually just quit reading them all together because they're just confusing. But the words always are very important. Surprise, sunshine, manifestations, personal riches, travel, and reinvent yourself. This is allowing yourself to be somebody different, a different version of yourself than you have been envisioning. Listen, you're all in on this or you wouldn't be watching this reading. You wouldn't be like, hey, I just think I'll go check on that. But I think that you're fatigued by how this Judgment card in reverse, like to you, because you are a like charge ahead type of person when you need to be, it's like they'll feel that. Charge ahead towards what you really deserve. Meaning if that, like in coffin. It's like the only way for this to come back to life is for you to embrace the idea that it's like, okay, like how long has this been? Where are you? What's taking so long? Are you ever gonna get there? I'm too scared. I deserve somebody who's brave enough to want to be with me. So I love me, and I think you love me too, but it's not making you act. And so I need to act on my own behalf. I'm not saying drop them or let them go entirely. Just remember that part. They can feel you. Your thought patterns matter. Start wrapping your head around the idea that part of what's holding this in stasis is that neither of you is budging. You're holding on and they're like, I can't. Oh, they're so scared. Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. And then love. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. Fire. And then thorns. Interesting. We're going to do that the other way around. Thorns and then fire. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new positive future. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Here's the thing. They're locked in a holding pattern. They're locked in a holding pattern primarily within their head. They want to be with you, but they don't know how to be with you. They're terrified of what people will think for some reason. I don't think that there's third-party action here. They had likely a terrible mom, just like, one of those incredibly toxic moms. And then the karmic relationship, remember, and like this is the part where people get upset, please don't, just listen. Karmic relationships enter our life to help teach us something about ourselves. This is helping you understand the love that you truly deserve. And it has nothing to do with whether or not you end up with this person. Saying that this is a karmic relationship is not the same thing as saying, well, you won't end up with them. It's just look for the lesson. Look for the lesson. The way to bring about reunion with twin flames is not to wait. It's not to be entirely patient. It is to do the work that you're being asked to do on your own inner world. And they are connected to your inner world. And because we are made from the same energy when we encounter our twin flame, the work that you do, they will feel. And they will either respond or you will potentially release them for this lifetime and meet them in another. But you didn't get that from your romance reading. You got separation, release your ex, let go, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. What did I say about the magnets? Remember, if you try and force them together, they just push each other apart. But when you get them in the proper alignment, together. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This is one of those situations where you are, and this is what the reading's saying, is they will return to you when you release the connection. And not like release it, I'll never talk to you again. But when you let yourself be open to as many possibilities in your life as you possibly can. Group number 3, this has been a very interesting one. This person has fear. They have trepidation. They still love you. They have always lived in their head, though. Like ever since they were a kid. They might have retreated into like TV or into books or into these very rich like worlds in which they weren't as challenged as they are sometimes in the exterior world. Let's get some energy cards. What's coming up for group number 3? Man holding a coin. What's coming up for group number 3 with this twin flame connection? They get caught in all the possibilities of life and then they freeze and they can't act. Deceit, the world, And then I have Goddess of the Moon, that's a listen to your intuition card. And then the Garden and the Gate, which is remaining in one energy because you're afraid of what lies on the other side of that gate. This is secure energy. What everything here is saying that the way to get this person to in any way make a definitive action is to stop assuming that it's not that there's a future, but rather that there's nothing that you can do. They will seek you out if you let go of them, is what this reading is saying. There appears to be a future, but it is very reliant on one of you making a definitive action, because this person can't act. They just can't act. And remember, like, if they can't catch up with you, it means that, you know, you will have other lifetimes together. But I did not get that sense. I just did not get that sense, and the cards didn't either. The easiest way to bring about union in this relationship, because you're always on their mind. They daydream about you. They dream about you. They're too much of a dreamer and not enough of an action taker. Take the reins on this. Take control of the situation. Take control of your life. The other ones that you got, again, were release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Do some cord cutting meditations. I beg of you to hear this. It won't screw up anything. Whether or not you let go does not mean, it turns out the same either way. It's a fateful connection. But you'll be in a healthier energy. You'll be in a happier energy. Consider yourself attached to this person, but open to other possibilities. Like, you don't have to stop loving anybody ever. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Release your ex, separation, release your ex, and then they are drawn back to you. As soon as you let go, the thing that makes this fear-based person act is when their fears come into the 3D. That's what gets them out of their head. All right, so group number 3, what a fascinating turn of events that was. The way to bring about reunion with this person is to lean in on doing your own work and open yourself up to new possibilities. The only time they know how to get off the stick is when the fears that they have been building up in their head, their mind is like they have a very rich inner world, but it can be a very poisonous one to them, and it can keep them from acting. And group number 3, that was saying the way to bring about reunion, clear your energy, the magnetic attraction will bring them back to you. Take care, be well. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 4, this is your reading. The In-Between Tarot will be bringing you a predictive spread. We have multiple oracle cards here. We're looking at what are they thinking about this connection, and how can you help bring about union. I've been guided to do more twin flame readings because of that. This holding pattern where you're waiting and there's the runner and the chaser, really being proactive in our life is the way to be happiest. And so we're going to check on what they're thinking and then what you can do to help your situation so that you can be healed. We have counsel and therapy. Interesting, they might be in therapy. Take control. Good luck. This is interesting. What they're thinking and feeling is, I think they have been seeing a therapist to take control of their life, potentially to bring about a better outcome in their life, but specifically with you. I have too much to lose. I want to make amends. They're in recovery. I wish we could go back. I like this energy. Okay, so group number 4, it's like they finally understood you're the thing they don't want to lose. Listen, let them do their work. They have to become whole within. But they want to make amends and they want to go back. Okay, so group number 4, this is an awesome, 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 awesome beginning. Let us hope it continues. These are other factors at play. This is fun. Companion. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And then shadow attributes are betrayal by missing confidence, loss of personal identity. Hey, listen. These are other factors at play. They are a very, very loyal person, but they didn't know where their loyalty lay or lies. And then I have visionary. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. But the shadow attributes are selling insight to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. I think they have been locked in that. I think they have been locked in the world of like selling whatever talents they have in order to bring about success as it is defined by our current society. And I think that that is one of the things that sent them towards therapy. I have too much to lose, and so they went to therapy. It's not just for you. Remember, nobody ever really heals for somebody else. They have to heal for themselves. But let's see what's going on with group number 4. The Magician in the upright. This is a lovely connection so far. What is going on with group number 4? What are their thoughts and feelings about this connection? Boy, this one has been an epic journey, I think. Visionary, like, I think you're both very forward thinking. Page of Pentacles in the upright. There's a student's card that is learning new things. I have the Strength card in reverse. They're in recovery for something. Knight of Cups in the upright. A lot of romantic dreams. 7 of Cups in reverse, trying to bring something into reality. 9 of Wands in the upright, boundaries. Queen of Cups in the upright. I like that because it's emotional fulfillment, it's kindness, it's compassion, it's nurturing. And it comes with Page of Wands in reverse. And then I have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, listen, they've got work to do. Very, very briefly, I want to touch on something here. They're trying to heal something, and part of it might be that their emotional issues have interfered with their ability to respond to people for a little bit. This person is in some form of therapy. They're working on their issues in order to try and figure out who they are in this world. They're focusing on self, which, yay, that is the healthiest energy to be in any connection. Because again, if we try and heal for somebody else, if we try and do our work for somebody else, and every time somebody starts trying to heal from issues usually related to a form of codependence, they start doing it so they can bring their person towards them. But as they heal, they're like, hey, I feel better. And they start doing the work for themselves. And I think that is what has happened to this person. But like the more work that they've done, the more they understand that they don't want to lose you. I have too much to lose. I wish we could go back. They started doing work because they realized, here's the thing, I think our life is a little bit of a dumpster fire. I really do. I think when you like first met, that there was almost nothing that was working. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. The Snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Welcoming, love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. And then I have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, attraction, and affection. There appears to be somebody, like it could be an ex, it could be your ex, it could be their ex, someone who does not wish this well. This person appears to have been healing and freeing themselves from that because they're taking control of their situation. The good luck energy as well. Like, I don't think it started well for them, but I think it's been going well. I think there's been some stumbles. This is a new beginning, by the way, and a successful one at that. I love that it has, I love that it has a clock on it as well. Give this a little bit of time. This person apparently is healing. Try not to rush it. I think were exploited by the world for like their prowess and something with that visionary energy. And then this companion thing, here's the thing, I don't think they were married. I don't think they were necessarily involved when you met. I don't think you've actually had a relationship yet. Learning and training, they're getting help. I don't know what they're getting help for, but it could be, I don't have the devil card on this, so it's not necessarily an addiction. That's not over there. It's like they have never had good relationships. And they realize that. They realize that. Crisis and disappointment, rest and relaxation, transformation, solitude and meditation, joyful times. I'm taking one more on that. I knew it. Union of two souls. Okay. Group number 4. This person, like, they envision a real future with you. It's not right now, and you are in separation is what it looks like. It's because they have sought help for something. It is likely something that has a basis in childhood. It doesn't have to, but that's where most of our issues come from. They have been trying to get help with a situation in order to heal, and they're not healing for you. Healing family issues, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Like, they know that they came from the house of toxicity or something, and they have been getting help around that. And they've been trying to take control of their life, which I think was like just like a runaway car type of thing in terms of when they first met you. You are a very stabilizing influence for them. That Queen of Cups energy, I think they're dealing with issues related to their upbringing. And then I have trust. This situation is calling on you to have faith. And whenever I get that card, I try and stop because they're telling us to have faith. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Group number 4. What are they thinking and feeling? Listen, do they believe that you are their soulmate and this is a union of two souls that needs to come about in this lifetime? They are a visionary, and apparently they do. There is somebody involved here that, like, they kind of have to not care what this person thinks. And I don't get that part. I don't know if it's here's the thing. I think they have really bad boundaries. Like, they really did, I think they've just had bad boundaries their whole life. And I think they might have been too strong, and they have fear of intimacy. Because that companion energy, and then the snake, competition, enemy, that might have been in their workplace with that visionary thing. It's like they've been exploited in the past somehow, and that their gifts were used for other people's gain. And it laid them pretty low because the magician makes things happen. They've been learning lessons. This is a vulnerability with the Queen of Cups from their nurturing experience. Page of Wands in reverse is the only one, like, it's not happening super, super duper, like, tomorrow. But it's not like, they're actively doing their work. They're actively doing their work. And please understand, it's not for you, it's for them, and that's the way it has to be. We only ever heal for ourselves. But you, I think, gave them, we have nature, burnout, assert yourself, opportunities, achievement, friendship, planning. I don't think they just want to be your friend. I really, really don't. Now, this may be, because this can be a card for sexual dysfunction. They may not be healthy. They may not be healthy, and they may not be able to have that type of relationship with somebody at the present time. I kind of don't get that vibe. What I get the vibe of is that, like, you've only ever been friends, and that they are asserting themselves and trying to find their self-worth and trying to heal themselves. And their feelings about this connection is, honest to goodness, they try not to focus on it too much. But the thing that drove them towards figuring things out had to do with your connection. They know they have a lot to heal, and they're working on it. Proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Listen, I think you're going to hear from this person. And it's going to be an interesting story. And here's the thing. I don't think you jump right into a relationship, because they're on, I want to say, slightly fragile ground. Because I don't think it starts right away, but I think it goes there. World, be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. And then I got Lion again, which I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle simply because it came out in that exact combination for somebody else. and, for another pile. And that was charge ahead magnificently. Harness the loyal and protective energy of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. We have lovers. There are true paths ahead. Be true to yourself. And then star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness and enthusiasm and positivity. Hey, listen, you have alternative possibilities. I think that you know that. I don't think that comes as a great big shock to you. But I don't think you're taking them. That's what I think happened here. Is I wish we could go back. I want to make amends. Like they don't, you know that like sitting and waiting for anybody does not yield anything. And so you've been doing your stuff, but it hasn't gone away for you. And it hasn't gone away for them. It's just that they know that if their healing is ever going to mean anything, it has to be personal. It has to be for them. But you have a successful new beginning coming up. Do you have, like I said, you have other possibilities. Door to personal healing and happiness, angel of balance, indecision, hostilities, the thinking man, that rival energy. Like it's gonna make somebody hop and mad and they kind of know it. You know, I'm going to grab some enchanted map oracles. And who is it? It's like maybe it's somebody from their past. Because there's like they have to not care about what other people think at a level that is difficult for them. It's just they really, it's difficult for them to really abandon the judgment of others to that extent. But they're learning better boundaries, and what they're thinking is like when they allow themselves to dream about their future in that area, which I don't think they do very often. I really don't think they do, because they know that they know that like anything that's coming up right now is potentially not in the unexpected visitors. Oh, okay. They know that anything that they try to undertake until they're healthy is like it's a karmic relationship, it's a healing relationship, you're looking for, until we're whole and heal within, it's very difficult for us to find our true like divine partner. I think they believe you're their divine partner. It's just they know that you have options. Rescue. Stuck in the mud. They will not move forward until they've gotten the help that they need and that they're sure that it's taken. Details, magical map shifter. Okay, hey, group number 4, this is a really interesting one. Here's the thing, I think you're well into this energy where you're like, yeah, like they're my twin flame. They really are my twin flame. They're likely the person I'm meant to be with. But I've done all my own work, and I know that until such time as somebody is treating me in the manner that I deserve to be treated, like I'm not going to reserve myself. It's just that nothing's comparing to it. And so that's the reason that you're looking at this. But there is this weird energy, competition. Like there may be somebody that like they know they have competition for you. They know you have alternative possibilities. Do they watch very carefully? I don't know. Counsel, therapy, take control. They're trying to reestablish their own stuff. Solitude, meditation, joyful times, union of two souls. They have had a hard time with this. They have stumbled, they have fallen, they have gotten back up. I like how much work they're putting in on this. And then again, the future, like any potential future that you see in a reading is predicated on the choices being taken, the actions being undertaken. They're not trying to heal for you, but they want to make amends. And here's the thing, it's not because I'm not important enough. It's not that. It's like they're wise enough to understand that if they try to heal for you, that means that it's a form of codependency. That's why you can't heal for another person, because it makes your healing attached to that person. We all have to heal for ourselves. This person's smart. Like, they're very, very, very bright, and they understand that. They talk about you in therapy a lot. Like, you're a big subject. Kind of as a catalyst for why they went towards healing. But because I honest to goodness think they thought you were going to move on long ago. And when you didn't, it started to convince them of something being very real. Because I think you both had a lot to heal, and I think you've both done your healing work. I think you really are mirroring each other. All right, so group number 4, kind of a fun one. Do I want anybody else from this group? I am going to go for angel answers on this one. And I didn't on any other group. It's just that was so definitive. It's like, are they thinking about you? Where are they thinking about this connection? Wonderfully, they're doing their own work. And you might have started that because the way to bring about union is to do your work. It's not to focus on the relationship or focus on love. Remember, love is just a part of our puzzle. It is not the sustaining foundation of our life. We are the sustaining foundation of our life. And this particular person, like, I think they're still in your head. I think you have plenty of opportunities because they know that competition energy. It's like they know you have plenty of opportunity. Meditation will bring answers, abundance. And then we have be assertive. If you believe. Listen, here's what I kind of got with that friendship vibe. The next time you hear from them, like, they're going to want to get together as friends. As friends. I think they're waiting to see if it's still there for you. Because it's still there for them, but it's in a completely different form. Because it's in a healthy form. It is not dependent, your life is never dependent on the presence of another person. Your happiness is never dependent on the presence of another person. If you believe it to be, that is a form of codependence, and it's not an insult. It is a relationship dynamic that is formed in formative trauma from your childhood. You're not at fault. You just learned the wrong thing and you have to learn something different. That's all. But real love survives that healing process. And group number 4, that's what it looks like, is you're both doing your work. You were wise enough to do it separately so that you didn't enmesh that energy, which is something that happens in codependency. And the next time they see you, they want to talk to you as a friend. But you got that be assertive. If they ask you how you feel, tell them the truth and tell them what you want. I think there's a path. With that Ace of Pentacles in the upright, I think there's a path. But I loved that reading because what are they thinking about this connection? They're wise enough to know that the health and the longevity and the purity of any connection relies on being whole within. So they're making themselves whole within. And they aren't making themselves whole within for you, but they wonder what will happen with you when they are. Take care. Be well.